how we're doing. It's great to have you join us today. My name's Lewis and I'm the assistant pastor at Abundant Life Church here in Wellington City. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're, getting back into life a bit after all this lockdown stuff. But hey, we're doing a little series here on being intentional. We had the first one before, and here's our second one. It's looking at how we be intentional in life and faith, with friends and with God, in every aspect of life, how we be intentional. So often we can be people that are passive, who wait for life to happen. But we got to be people, and through the scriptures, encourage us to be people that are intentional about everything. And so we can't just sit and wait for things to happen. We got to start making them, and in every area possible. So hey, we're going to look at that today. And the thing we're looking at today is being intentional with our giftings and our talents. So for a lot of us, I don't know about you, but we're all gifted at different things. For me, I've always liked to speak. Speeches were always my favourite thing in school. But I love to talk. And so for a lot of us, that was my gifting, and I've always loved it. But for a lot of people, you're good at so many different things, and you're so passionate about different things. You're all passionate about different things. I'm passionate about seeing people be the best they can be in God by stepping into who He is, and there's something I'm passionate about and want to see happen. For other people, passionate about politics, passionate about nature, passionate about sports, passionate about so many different things, and that is incredible, and it's so good we all have different passions and things that excite us and giftings. That's so cool, and that's amazing, and it's one thing that's cool about this is God's given us these giftings and passions and desires, and He wants to see us flourish in them. He wants us to see us get excited about them. But what's interesting is it says in the scriptures, and a story you can go and read, it's in Matthew 25 verse 14, and there's probably another version in another gospel, is it just about a parable about the three servants. And what's interesting is there was a master who had the three servants, and he goes away for a while, and he says, I'm going to give you some money, some talents, to use based on your abilities. And when you come back, when I come back, I'd just love to see how you've invested it and what you've done. And, basically that's it. And so the master goes away, and the three servants get to work, basically. The two of them got 5 talents. The first one got 5 talents, the second one got 2, and the other one got 1. And so went to work, and what ended up happening is the one with 5 talents doubled it. They got to work, they started investing, and they doubled it. The one with the 2 got to work and started investing and doubled theirs. And the one who had 1 wasn't not too sure about who the master was, and so they just dug a hole and put their talents in there. And that's interesting for us. And the master was really upset with the person who did nothing. And what's interesting about this, and why I say this, is we've got these giftings, talents, passions, and we've got them now, and the question is, what are you doing about it? So often you can look at your day and what goes into it. You've got the stuff that you need to do, eat food, things that are good to do, hang out with people, work, or whatever it is. And my question for you is, where does the passions, the dreams, the talents fit into this? Let's say you're passionate about, music, in a church context, if you're passionate about worship, right? How does your day reflect that? How does your day look like in that area? Do you do nothing? Do you sit and watch Netflix or play PlayStation or something like that and expect it to grow? No. So for me, one thing I said, I'm passionate about speaking, but I'm also passionate about preaching, encouraging people, inspiring people. Imagine if I, read the Bible. I have read the Bible a few times, and then of today I was like, hey guys, I've read the Bible. I know what I'm talking about. I don't need to read it again. I don't need to learn everything. I've got my preaching style done. I'm ready to go. That's kind of silly. But for all of us, we've got to keep on growing. We've got to keep putting time into our talents. We may be so good at something, but we've got to keep nurturing it, keep investing. As these guys did, they didn't just, oh look, I've got 5 talents, sweet, that's great. No, let's keep going, let's keep investing, let's keep moving, keep taking risks, keep being intentional, and keep going. This is our time to keep on running the race. And so I just want to encourage us, let's not be people that just sit on our gifts and go, look, I'm so good at everything, look at it. But even if we are so good at everything, there's more reason to be intentional, to learn more. In this time, you may have a bit of free time. Instead of wasting it on something that's not needed, why don't you pick up a book? Why don't you meet up with a mentor? Why don't you meet up with someone who can help you grow? You're excited about business. Why don't you meet up with a businessman? Why don't you meet up with someone, or businesswoman, or meet up with someone who knows their field so you can grow and develop in it? You're passionate about seeing change in the third world countries. Why don't you start looking at that now? We can't just sit on our passions, dreams and desires that God's put there and just let them sit or wait for 10 years. No, we got to start now. Start dreaming, start seeking God, start putting people in our lives so we can grow and start nurturing those gifts, those passions and those desires today. Let's not be like the person who buried the money, the talents in the ground. Let's be people that are intentional, that are putting things in place and are growing and the dreams we have today. I want to encourage you, let's do this together and let's be excited for what's going to happen. Don't sit and wait for life to happen. Make it happen. Let's do it together.